Hi, I am Roxy. I am here to ask you to do something for Steve6464. Can you watch as much of the video that you can? Then before you leave a comment. Make it a critique, a constructive criticism. Thanks. Oh, he's about to start. Bye.
Okay, Foxtrot Delta Tango. Foxtrot Delta Tango. Let's take it down a bit. Foxtrot Delta Tango. Alright, we'll try it there for the immediate time. Hi, I am Steve6464. This is season 13 of Let's Build This. Part 27 of finishing a 15-year-old project. There she is, right there. Couple things if the lighting seems a little different, because my main light here, I'm going to switch out bulbs. I got a little brighter bulb, so we'll do that after the reviews and stuff. And this bulb will I can control manually or remotely from my phone, and should be able to change colors. So we'll play with that, and then we'll get started on the Sopwith Camel. Let me have a little drink first. As I dribbled down myself. Alright, so this is, let's review last week. And yes, I know there's no sound. I forgot to add the sound. If you want the sound, you can go back to last week's and play the sound and then watch this video. Foxtrot Delta Tango. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Alright, I think that's about where I had it before. We'll try it there. And yes, one more interlude before we get started. If you haven't seen my slideshow on the moon landing, I am going to play it now. If you'd like to see a higher resolution, you can find it on my channel. It'll be the first video. Alright, so yes, my trip to the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. I am Steve, 6464. Not too long ago, I was in Washington, D.C. and had a chance to visit the Smithsonian Institution's National Air and Space Museum. And guess what they had right as you walked in? They have a LEM, the Lunar Excursion Module. When you first see it, you're overwhelmed by the sheer size of this marvel of engineering. It is nothing like what moon landing deniers claim. It is definitely not a crackhead homeless shanty. And it is absolutely big enough to carry a folded-up moon buggy. These next two photos are of my son, a 6-foot-tall U.S. Marine military police officer. And by the way, ladies, he's available. Please enjoy the rest of the slideshow. If you think these photos might help you when talking with moon landing deniers, feel free to use this video. Just let me know you grabbed it and where you're sharing it. Thank you. This has been Steve. Alright, Foxtrot Delta Tango, Foxtrot Delta Tango. Foxtrot Delta Tango. Trying to hit the decibel that I had when I first introduced myself. And it won't let me just type in a number. There we go. That's where we're at. Alright, so first things first is replacing my current light bulb with this one. So, yeah, let's turn it on. Oh, it is on. 3 views. Who's the third view? Please say hi. So this is before. Don't tell me I can't take. I should have practiced this before doing it. Doesn't look like it's going to let me change bulbs. Alright, let's see now. Here we go. Watch, this is probably a brighter bulb than I have. Than the new one, huh? 1300 looms. And this is supposed to be okay, this is 2,550 looms. So this should be a brighter bulb. And this is without the front fill. There we go. White, the yellow look. Alright, you're going to have to tell me if that's actually brighter. Alright, so what do we need to do here? Alright. Operation. Download the Hubspace app from the App Store or Google Store. Okay, and where's the search? And we are searching Hubspace. Hubspace. Search. Hubspace. Install. Very exciting. There's the download process. Exciting stuff today. But I think we've had something just clicked. Alright, my monitors have turned on and off. That's strange. I think my monitors are plugged into the same battery backup as the computer, but the computer didn't go out. So, we'll see. Alright, what I am going to do while this is still downloading is do this.
Hi, I am Roxy. I am here to ask you to do something for Steve 6464. Can you watch as much of the video that you can? Then before you leave a comment. Make it a critique, a constructive criticism. Thanks. Oh, he's about to start. Bye. Hi, I am Roxy. I would like to recite a poem in prose. Written by Steve 6464. aka Stephen Meyer. Titled Craig McNeil. Flirtsbane Epic. Now children, let me tell you about a great man. Craig McNeil was a true Scotsman. Craig would run into the debates yelling freedom from the Flirths. The Flirths would fall to his left and to his right. They'd reset and fall again and again. The debates would go on forever. Although Craig would win them all, not much ground was made. The annihilation of the Flirts was slow but sure. With every victory Craig's fame grew. And so did his girth. Until one debate a Flirth did yell, "We got an easy one tonight, boys, we're up against the tight shirt." Although Craig won the day, he left the field ashamed. Quietly he slipped away, back to his Scottish lair, and swore he'd fight the tight shirt no more. Days, weeks, months, and years went to his goal. And when Craig was done, he was no longer Craig, but FTFE. Fight the flat earth. The Flirts rued the day they joked about the tight shirt. FTFE came back, with Emma on his right, Pal on his left, and Lucy behind with the snarky tech support. The Flirts had no chance against this Scotsman, this new and improved debunker. But foolishly they still thought they were right. But Craig, as a noble debunk warrior, would warn them before a fair debate. They could depart quickly and painlessly from Craig, or depart slowly and painfully in a dumpster fire from FTFE. As hard as Craig tried, the Flirts would never learn. They would not listen, overtalk, and just be rude. And FTFE would emerge and banish them to the dumpster fire. That is the dumpster fire that is their lives. The debates kept coming, one after another. The dumpster fires went on, and FTFE won everyone. But because of the Flirth reset, not much ground was won. Then a wonder happened. A holy man from across the sea said, "Come follow me. Let's go to Antarctica and see what the globe prediction predicts that we'll see." But FTFE could not. "I still have much great works to do here, but I'll send my 2 lieutenants. Michael, Dave, and CT, their ally from down under, went to the Antarctic to see the midnight sun, with others that I will not name, and that will be but maybe some other time over a cup of tea." As Dave saw spots through his darkened lens, CT, the ally from down under, weighed the things out. And Michael yelled, "Where are the guns?" FTFE replied, "They are right here hanging at my sides." With his left he knocked Keith flat right on his zoid, and with his right, slapped Nathan down like an old rotten oak tree. And when our adventures returned, with the evidence they had learned, the world of Flirthdom was spun on its axis. Watching them cope was really dope. Flirts didn't depart right then and there. A few came back, while others tried a new set of lies. But FTFE and his allies knew what to do. They used the knowledge they had gained to use as truth to straighten out their lies. There were still many great debates to be fought, but with no surprise FTFE won and Flirts ought. Now children, it is time for bed. Don't worry, snuggle your heads, for fear of the Flirts has been long dead.
Alright, Foxtrot. Excuse me. Foxtrot Delta Tango. Foxtrot Delta Tango. A little less, a little more. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Too much. Oh, there it was, went right past it. There we go. Alright, it has finally finished downloading and installing. So let's open it. let's get started. Email address. Password. Show. Oh, I probably should have done register. Let's do that first. Or again. Email. Password. Sure, yep, that's what I want. Oh, that's, boy, I really messed that up. Agree, register, save. Okay, take me to the next. Password confirmation does not match. What a stupid. And again, it's going to tell me password must be at least 12 characters. It didn't. Let's try the first one again. So I think what it meant by it didn't match, the passwords didn't match. Alright, this time I must have done it right. Password saved. Scanning for product. Welcome to Hubspace. To add product to your account, Hubspace needs your permission to access Bluetooth and the camera. To go to phone settings to allow access. You can, okay. Allow. Okay. Sign in or tap registration to create a Hubspace account. To add your bulb, tap the plus button in the upper right corner. There it is. Add product. I'm supposed to take. No. Only this time. Okay. Scan the QR code printed on either the bulb or the quick start guide. Enter a name. What should I call this light? Let's just call it desk bounce light. Select a room, office, next. Connect your product to a, oh God, I don't, this may be where we fail. Because we may not be able to remember the Wi-Fi's password. We've been having problems with that. The product could not find the Wi-Fi. Please move the product closer and try again. I cannot move the product closer. But what I can do is maybe open the door here. Hey, Cat? Oh, you're in the bathroom.
What? No.
Did you ever get the password stuff figured out?
Yeah, and it's the password that was on the old Wi-Fi router.
Do you have that written down?
I don't have it written down, but I have sent it to Mom at some point.
Would you send that to me, please?
Yep.
On the old router.
The old router.
All right. Well, while we're working on that, let's do a be right back.
We are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back. Oh!
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh.
We are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back. Oh, my!
Oh my! Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment.
Don't worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh my.
Oh, do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment.
I'm here for you, Steve. Remember, I'll be right here when you come back.
Oh, we are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back.
We are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back. Oh, I.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh,
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh, my.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Ooh, my.
Don't worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh my.
Oh, my sweetie, we are definitely having a moment. Don't worry, Steve will be right back. Oh my.
Steve will be right back. Do not worry. We are having a moment. Oh my.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh my.
Oh, my. We are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. My.
We are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back. Oh.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh.
We are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back. Oh, my.
Oh, my. Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment.
Don't worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh my.
Oh, do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment.
I'm here for you, Steve. Remember, I'll be right here when you come back.
oh, we are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back.
We are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back. Oh, I.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh, my.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Ooh, my.
Don't worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh my.
Oh, my sweetie, we are definitely having a moment. Don't worry, Steve will be right back. Oh my.
Steve will be right back. Do not worry. We are having a moment. Oh my.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh my.
Oh, my. We are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. Oh.
Do not worry, Steve will be right back. We are having a moment. My?
We are having a moment. Do not worry, Steve will be right back. Oh.
Foxtrot Delta Tango. Okay, right there. Well, instead of entertaining you with things that are getting us nowhere, I thought I would let you struggle with me. Okay, and I'm still having trouble finding or getting the password to work. Oh crap, and I just closed out of everything. Let's try this again. Add a product. Only when using the app. Product is already linked to your account. Okay, then take me to it. This is one of the most ridiculous apps. Oh, did it finally connect? Yeah, I guess it did. Wonderful. Okay. And so, where is the Wi-Fi setup? So I can turn it on and off. I can make it darker or lighter, but I can't change the color. GC Alright, I copied it down right. Why isn't it accepting it? Alright, we'll do this the last try. If this doesn't do it, we'll just get started and I'll work on this later. Okay, why is this taking so long to decide it's either going to work or not work? Alright, I'm going to try one more thing, so sorry about this, and enjoy Roxy teaching you some.
Hi, I am Roxy. Just hanging out in the lobby getting some popcorn. Do not worry, Steve 6464 will be right back.
Älä huoli, Steve 6464 tulee kohta takaisin.
Moenie bekommerd wees nie. Steve 6464 sal nou terug wees.
አይጨነቁ ስቲቭ 6464 ወዲያውኑ ይመለሳል።
Neboj se, Steve 6464 se hned vrátí. Eskeskatu, Steve 664 laster itzuliko da.
Huwag mag-alala, babalik kaagad si Steve 6464.
Ne aggódj, Steve 6464 mindjárt visszajön. Bare rolig, Steve 6464 er straks tilbage.
唔使擔心，史提夫6464會即刻返嚟。
Keine Sorge, Steve 6464 wird gleich wieder da sein.
Ne vous en faites pas, Steve 6464 sera de retour tout de suite.
Μην ανησυχείς, ο Steve 6464 θα γυρίσει αμέσως.
Ne vous inquiétez pas, Steve 6464 sera de retour tout de suite.
Maak je geen zorgen, Steve 6464 is zo terug.
别担心，史蒂夫6464马上就回来。
Ekki hafa áhyggjur, Steve 6464 kemur strax aftur.
Don't worry, Steve 6464 will be right back.
אל תדאג, סטיב 6464 יחזור מיד.
चिंता मत करो, स्टीव 6464 तुरंत वापस आ जाए।
别担心， 史蒂夫6464马上就回来。
I'll be right back. Hi, I am Roxy. Just hanging out in the lobby getting some popcorn. Do not worry, Steve6464 will be right back.
Älä huoli, Steve 6464 tulee kohta takaisin.
Moenie bekommerd wees nie. Steve 6464 sal nou terug wees.
አይጨነቁ ስቲቭ 6464 ወዲያውኑ ይመለሳል።
Neboj se, Steve 6464 se hned vrátí. Eskeskatu, Steve 6464 laster itzuliko da.
Huwag mag-alala, babalik kaagad si Steve 6464.
Neobguď, Steve 64.
Foxtrot Delta Tango, Foxtrot Delta Tango, 1, 2, 3, can you hear me? Get this set. Why does everything have to be? Alright. So where were we? Okay, I think we're good there. Do that. Do that. Do that. Reduce this. We are at scene 1. Now I have 4 views. Current view is just 1. Current views should be 2. There we go. Whatever. I don't understand this. Alright, so let's go to scene 2. And the brightness on the camera seems okay. So let's get to our workstation. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, so Thursday was my birthday. And this backward stuff. And Caitlin got me this plaque, I guess you'd call it. The original cast of Star Trek. I just haven't found a spot yet to hang it where it would also be on camera, but that's another project. Alright, so we Last week we mixed up our dope. First we did 5%, and then we did 30%, and we sprayed our plain skin. It already looks tighter and cleaner with the 5%. And then we mixed up our rubber motor lube stuff, so we're ready to do that after we sprayed this with our 30%. Get our spray bottle. And this is the first time in a long time we haven't filtered our thinner, because we don't need it anymore. Funnel, jars, okay, we need to clean the dope off of this. Jar 1. Jar 2. And jar 3, if we get it open. Alright, I will clean these after we spray the plane down. And I want to give it 2 coats of 30%. I had to do some patchwork, so I had some extra tissue, put that away. Okay. Grab a towel to wipe up the excess. And let's begin. This camera is not pointed the way you can see anything. Now it is, I hope. Alright. I think at this angle I'm going to do the bottom wing and then the top wing. At this point, we'll take a break and we will soak up the excess. Okay, let's turn this around. So now we do the bottom side. I think I'm going to move this camera towards me. Okay, let's try that. And let's try that. Alright, this time, because of the angle, I'm going to do the underside of the top wing first. And then the underside of the bottom wing, part of the fuselage. And then once again, soak up the excess. I seem to have a little hole that I'm going to need to patch, and I might as well do that while everything is still wet. Although it is the underside, it's probably not going to be that detrimental to the flight, but should at least make an effort. And what I think I will do is grab that clipboard I was using as a cutting board earlier and use that to cut the patch. Because at least this is dry. And so the patch is right. I don't know if you can see that. patch. The hole is right there. And the grain is running this way. When you do this, you probably should do it. Clear everything off your workstation. Put some plastic down or something. Riz clean. So everything doesn't get wet. Just kind of guessing the size. Let's use this. Fill this tin with some dope. Come on. Won't be like that. Alright, lay this down. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see this too much. Alright, that is patched. Alright, so we're working on the underside. I think next I will do is spray the underside. And while we're at it, we'll spray the underside of the elevator. Give it just a moment to soak in. Then let's mop up the excess. Okay, that is done. Let's flip it over. Do the top side. Give it a moment to soak in. And then wipe off excess. Let my floor a bit. Alright, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do the rudder separately from the side of the fuselage. So let's do the rudder. I'm going to do both sides of the rudder. Of course, overspray went onto the elevator, which is fine. Mop up the excess here. Now we're going to do the side of the fuselage, and that's not going to cooperate. It will fall off the counter if I did that, and break, and then the last 27 parts would have been in vain. So let's try it like this. Although this has probably already been pretty well soaked just from overspraying all the other parts. Every one of these I need a new towel. I just broke this seam here. So when this dries, we'll have to hit it with some plastic glue. Alright, now let's soak this side of the fuselage. And again, just a moment to soak in. Get a dry towel. Carefully without breaking something apart. Soak up the overspray, the excess, the pooling. And set that to dry. Getting there. Okay, I want to do a second coat of 30% before we start painting this. So I am hoping that it will dry today. if need to, I can get a hairdryer and dry it up. So while we're waiting for that to dry, we can clean up a bit. Get the clean up the dope up off of the threads of the storage jars, and maybe even this. We'll do this first. Alcohol. Starting to run out here. Alright, so let's soak our towel. Get these threads clean. And dry. Just like we were doing with the tester paints. At least trying to do that. Alright, that is done. Rinse and repeat with these jars. Starting to dry my fingers. I can feel the rubberiness. Alright, one down, two to go. Everything is marked. Everything is used. I'm going to have to take this brush and wash it later. Warm soapy water. So this is contaminated. Rag, but is what it is. I should have kept the Did I throw the dry one out too? Of course I did. Of course I did. Oh, I found it. It dropped to the floor. So it looks like it's just me and my sock account again. 2 down, 1 to go. And I'm going to have to go out and get some more 91% isopropyl alcohol to replace what I've just used these last couple weeks. So hopefully, if I need to store this, those lids won't stick so tight. And I am out of paper towels. So sorry to do this. But I'm going to take the time now to get paper towels and a hairdryer in case we need it. So in the meantime, yeah, let's do the Roxy. Be right back.
Hi, I am Roxy. Just hanging out and popcorn. Do not worry, Steve 646 back.
Älä huoli, Steve 6464 tulee kohta takaisin.
Moenie bekommerd wees nie. Steve 6464 sal nou terug wees.
አይጨነቁ ስቲቭ 6464 ወዲያውኑ ይመለሳል።
Neboj se, Steve 6464 se hned vrátí. Eskeskatu, Steve 664 laster itzuliko da.
Huwag mag-alala, babalik kaagad si Steve 6464.
Ne aggódj, Steve 6464 mindjárt visszajön. Bare rolig, Steve 6464 er straks tilbage.
唔使擔心，史提夫6464會即刻返嚟。
Keine Sorge, Steve 6464 wird gleich wieder da sein.
Ne vous en faites pas, Steve 6464 sera de retour tout de suite.
Μην ανησυχείς, ο Steve 6464 θα γυρίσει αμέσως.
Ne vous inquiétez pas, Steve 6464 sera de retour tout de suite.
Maak je geen zorgen, Steve 6464 is zo terug.
别担心，史蒂夫6464马上就回来。
Ekki hafa áhyggjur, Steve 6464 kemur strax aftur.
Don't worry, Steve 6464 will be right back.
אל תדאג, סטיב 6464 יחזור מיד.
चिंता मत करो, स्टीव 6464 तुरंत वापस आ जाए।
别担心，史蒂夫6464马上就回来。
I'll be right back. Hi, I am Roxy. Just hanging out in the lobby getting some popcorn. Do not worry, Steve 6464 will be right back.
Älä huoli, Steve 6464 tulee kohta takaisin.
Moenie bekommerd wees nie, Steve 6464 sal nou terug wees.
አይጨነቁ።
Foxtrot Delta Tango. Foxtrot Delta Tango. 1, 2, 3, there we go. Oop, had it and then I hesitated. Right there. Okay. Welcome back. Day has been quite the interesting day. Not getting a whole lot done, but getting plenty of frustrated. Alright, so what we're going to do now is lubricate our rubber motor. Dry this up a bit. Set this aside for now. We're not need it. Set this to the back. We're done with this. Use our back of our clipboard again. And get our rubber motor lubricated. Open this up. So this again is 2 parts glycerin and 1 part green soap. This is the one, this is the 15-year-old rubber motor. Seems to be okay. But what I plan on doing until I actually need it, so I'm going to keep them, I'm going to combine both of these into one bag. Keep them in the bag with a towel damp in this concoction, and that should hopefully keep it lubricated for when we finally install it and use it. How do I want to do it? I think I'm going to, with the sink, it will sink. Maybe it will sink, maybe it won't. Maybe it will need a little suggestion. That is slippery. That is really oily. Right? And it's supposed to be, right? It's a lubricant. Hey Roy, just joined. Interesting day. Nothing worked right. I tried installing a new light, and it's one of these high-tech LED things that you can control from your phone. Download the app, and the app works fine. It just won't connect. Get this. You can control the light bulb from the app, right? And the light bulb is both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi capable. And I somehow managed to connect with the Bluetooth. But the Bluetooth will only allow you to turn it on and off and adjust the brightness. If you want to adjust the color balance, you need to connect it to the Wi-Fi. And guess what it doesn't want to do? It doesn't want to connect to the Wi-Fi. Must have spent good 40 minutes trying to get that to work. But the actual working on the project here went pretty well. Although I found a hole on the bottom of the top wing that needed to be patched, but that's to be expected. Okay, so that is done. Let me get my glycerin soaked towel going. I probably should have done this first, so the bag that I am going to keep the rubber motor in would be prepared. But do something ahead of time, like being prepared. That wouldn't be the Steve 6464 way. Here. Let's get this in the bag on top of how. Get in there. Alright. Now for the spare part. I'm turning off your cell data connection. Well, try turning off your cell data connection, then try to connect the light with Wi-Fi. What did the instructions say? That just says type in your password. But I will give that a try later on. Alright. The spare part. This thing is unbelievably long. I mean, it is, without stretching it, 10 feet. Get that in there. So Roy, how's your weekend going? So yeah, while I was playing around with that light bulb, instead of just having me on camera getting frustrated, you know, the angry Bob Ross, I played all my poems that I have attached to OBS, and both the Be Right Back and still couldn't get it. And then I had to take another break to go and find, well, I ran out of paper towels, so I had to get a new roll of paper towels and a hair dryer to help speed up drying the tissue paper, if that is needed. Let me go through this again and try stretching it more. As I run it through my fingers. You know, come to think of it, I don't think my phone actually has been connected to the Wi-Fi because of password problems. So maybe doing that would help. Disconnecting it if I need to, reconnecting it. Have I stalled, Roy, or is there still, am I still streaming? And if I stalled, you probably can't hear me ask you that. Okay. Wow, I used more lubricant than I thought. I mean, this was filled up to here, and now we're down to here. All right. Think I will use some alcohol on the outside of the jar and inside of the lid. Hopefully keep it from sticking. And I really need to get this lubricant off my fingers. Alright, and that should be good. That should be good for 10 years. I won't need to see this for 10 years. And of course the alcohol rubbed off the Sharpie marking labeling what this is. So let's label it again. Motor. I just don't want to label it rubber lube. It might get picked up and used for the wrong thing. And I read somewhere that you don't want to use glycerin for lubing that wrong thing. Alright. Put this in the box with our parts. Let's see if I can't get some of the okay, not bad. Went fishing, caught a 3-pound fish. But my wife caught a 15-pound fish. Streaming? Oh, okay, so I'm still streaming. Cool, thank you. Yeah, it's, well, good for her. Alright. Good for her. Women can fish just as well as men, if not better. Alright, so what time is it? If it's really close to 3, And I am going to stop, and we won't need the hairdryer. It is 10 to 3. I should stop, because that's what I just said I would do. But I am curious on what the hairdryer will do. So I'm just going to test it on the elevator. Ella's Vader. Darth Vader's aunt. Ella Vader. That was high and then switch to low. If I use low, it would work pretty good. High was really kind of pushing on the tissue paper. I was afraid it would break the tissue paper. I'm going to give the elevator a few more passes. So I guess I should do the typical crafter mentoring speech to anybody that should happen to view this in the future. If you do something like what I'm doing now with the hairdryer, test it first, maybe make a mock-up fuselage with tissue paper on it, see how that works, or on a small section of your actual project that could be easily fixed if you messed it up. So yeah, I think, you know what, I am going to finish my time hair drying. Oh, I don't think you can hear me. Can you hear me when I'm talking when the hair dryer's on? I'm talking to the phone when I should be talking to the microphone. Yeah, can you hear me when the hair dryer is on? And I'm going to spend, I think I'm going to finish drying the plane, so we'll definitely go over the 2 hours. Here we go. And I forgot to switch scenes. So let's switch back to our work scene. Very well, yeah, I suspect. Let me know what's better, what I was just, the scene I was just on, or this scene. No, it was only metal triangle, nothing black. Can you add VST plugins to your audio chain? I don't know, probably. You would benefit from the compressor limit. So is the hairdryer like too loud? I could lower the volume or even turn it off. All right, let's bring this down to about there. All right, is that too loud now? This is where producer come in handy. So it does a nice job drying it, and I'm probably going to put a second coat on it right away. But if I were to spray paint, this, I think I'd wait a full 24 hours just to be sure. Foxtrot, Delta, Tango. Foxtrot. Okay, right there. Alright, grab a drink. Yeah, I really like how this feels with the first coat. Actually, second coat. First coat was a 5%. Second coat's a 30% mixture. I really like how this feels with the second coat on it. I can only hope that the third coat or second coat of 30% will make it feel that much better when it dries. So I'm going to spray it, mop up the excess, and then let it just dry over the week. I am not going to hair dry it at this point. So here we go. Spray it. Give it a few moments to soak in. Dry up the excess. I already pulled off the towel for that. Gently. We don't want to poke any holes into the tissue paper when it's at its weakest, which is when it's wet. Gentle. I already have enough patches. And this spray bottle is just something I found hanging, on one of those hooks in the grocery aisle. It's kind of one of those random impulse buy things that you see in the grocery store. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was fairly inexpensive. Alright, let's turn this around, do the bottoms of the wings. And this is the bottom of the top wing first, independently. Can't see what I'm doing. Give it a moment to soak in. Get a new dry towel. just a channel. I thought it was a hole. Now let's do the bottom of the bottom wing and the bottom of the fuselage and the bottom of the elevator all at the same time. I think when I have it nose down, I'm going to do the side of the fuselage and the rudder. Do the other side here. Give it a moment to soak in. Carefully wipe up the excess. And let's do the top. I wonder how much of this last section is actually already soaked from just the overspray. But let's don't count on it and do this right. No cutting corners unless you really, really have to. Alright, we'll let that sit a week. Done. And dry up the overspray on my work table. Right. Get my funnel. Get my storage jars. Probably not going to need all three. just need one. And if it turns out next week that I want to put a fourth coat on, I already have some mixed up. Yeah, it only filled one jar. The other two jars can have the labels cleaned off. Fairly dry. And used for something else some other time. Definitely not for food storage. Alright. And that last towel didn't make it into the bin, so let me pick that up. Head over back to the desk. Switch back to scene one. Take a breath and have a drink. Alright, look at the camera. Get set up here, look at the camera and say thank you for making it this far in the video. Roy, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow. Everyone else, have a good day as well. Be safe. Be a friend to someone who needs a friend. And the last thing I have to say is,
look! An echo chamber of derp. Derp, 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 derp.
Derp, 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 derp. Derp, 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 derp. Derp, 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 derp. Derp, 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 derp,
Gravity is not a force. Ice new
Jerp, 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 jerp.